So how does energy play in your meds
Sure.
alliteration? You know, you got the mind state, the exercise, diet, and sleep. So all those things touch energy.
Absolutely, they touch energy powerfully, and I think a commitment to better energy levels is awesome, because that feeling of energy, that experience of I have energy, as long as you've gotten it in a sustainable, healthy, natural way, not from Red Bull, not
Right.
from, driving yourself into a manic frenzy, something that's sustainable where you're consistently feeling high energy levels, that's generally an indicator of superb health. Because your body lets you feel energetic when your body itself knows that it's prepared for high performance. And when you have some central system that's suffering, your body says, no high performance. This is why you get so tired when you're sick. When you're sick, when you actually have a cold or you have the flu, if something major happened, if your house burned out, or if someone you loved were in danger, you'd have a surge of physical energy. And you could go, and you could take care of them. And sometimes you see this with athletes. Michael Jordan had this incredibly famous game against the Utah Jazz in maybe 1995.
Oh yeah.
Where he had this, God knows what, dysentery. He was incredibly sick. But he was so focused, he was able to play at a very high level. And he was able to sort of use his mind to overwhelm his body. But when we're sick, our bodies say, okay, no, time to not have energy, time to chill out, time to recover, time to recuperate. Well, many people's bodies are in that state, and we don't actually realize we're sick. We're not sick with a virus, we're not sick with, a cold, but we're sick with an underperforming cardiovascular system, or we're sick with a toxic gut, or a toxic liver, or, we're sick with God knows what else. We're carrying too much excess body weight. There's something happening in your physical body where you're really, really out of harmony, you're really out of balance. And one of the ways that expresses itself in your experience is, I have no energy. So then having no energy, we look for some sort of quick fix. Let me eat something, let me take something, let me drink some coffee, let me try to get my energy levels back. When really what needs to happen is we need to address, okay, wow, what's going on with me? Why is my system not resilient? Why not just pop out of bed and ready to go the way most children do before they sort of live an unhealthy lifestyle and it batters them down? And interestingly, the way most hunter-gatherers and subsistence farmers do. You go to places like Okinawa, you go to places like, the Caucasus Mountains in Georgia, you go to Vilcabamba in Ecuador, these are some of the longest lived people on earth. People in their mid-80s pop out of bed, ready to work 8-10-hour days, they feel great. That's the rule, not the exception. That's what's normal.
Right.
So what's going on with them is that all their internal systems are functioning well. So they have the experience of, wow, I have energy. What's going on with us is our internal systems are not functioning well, and so we're dependent on coffee or energy drinks or, God knows what to get us through the day. And then, of course, the issue is, where do you start? You can start in a lot of places, and anything you do that's good for your health is good for your energy levels. Not to beat the horse, but probably the simplest thing to do is stop eating processed foods and start eating whole foods, but I've talked enough about that elsewhere. So another concept that I'd really like to introduce that is really, really valuable for energy levels is detoxification. Now, detoxification, I think we should probably do a whole mailer on detoxification, but we can just mention it here. Basically, detoxification is cleaning your body out of junk that interferes with the ability of your cells and organ systems to do their job. And there's all sorts of junk. Trans fats and plaque in your arteries is junk. Mercury and lead, that's junk. Pesticides and preservatives, that's junk. And most people in America have a lot of this junk clogging up various systems, clogging up the liver, lining arteries, clogging the lymphatic system. And you can actually do things to cleanse this junk out of your body. So one of the simplest things you can do is take supplements that support detox. And liver function is critical to detox, which is why the first supplement I designed with you is Live Enhance.
Right.
I put that together with you because it's such an unmet need in our culture. Most people's livers are very toxic, and you can take certain supplements that are sort of antioxidant protection for the liver, and they help with detox. So for energy levels over long term, detox liver health are great, and I think Live Enhance and Dandelion Root, which we sell with Live Enhance, they're wonderful products. Also, to help detox your body, it's really fantastic to take a day every week or two to eat in a really pure, really easy to digest way. It's a wonderful practice to start putting into your life. So one way to do that is to fast 1 day a week, to just drink liquids, just water and herbal teas. Fantastic. Too intense for some people. So another way to do it is 1 day a week, eat really easy to digest light foods and don't overeat. Eat brown rice, eat wild rice, eat quinoa, eat vegetables, do all vegetarian. Maybe have some berries and drink plenty of liquids. And do that maybe 1 day every week, 1 day every other week, and it sort of gives your system a chance to clean itself out. And beginning to detoxify is awesome for energy levels. Anything you can do for detox.
Okay, so that actually comes very clear to me that, okay, we have 7 days in our week. What's the big deal about missing your regular diet 1 day a week?
Yeah, 1 day a week.
You're giving up, whatever the fraction is.
Yeah, or start 1 day every other week.
Right, so let's say that it's like 15% of your, you can accomplish a whole lot by just fasting 1 day. And the fast would include drinking as much water as you want.
Yeah, water, herbal teas, and vegetable juices are a great way to go.
Okay, no fruit.
No fruit.
The fruit's too
A
sugary.
little sugary, yeah.
Okay, so vegetable drinks. What about, say, a brothy type of soup or something?
Yeah, that'd be fine too.
Okay, so that would be a good place to start. And if that was too much for some people to start, and just by diving into that, you were suggesting going with
just a light vegetarian diet is a way to think of it.
Okay.
Light vegetarian.
so as much vegetables as you want.
Many vegetables as you want, light whole grains. Brown rice, wild rice, quinoa, those are your superstars. They're the easiest to digest, they're the lightest whole grains. And eating that way 1 day a week will start to clean your system out. And what's interesting is when you first start doing this, you may start to notice stuff. Like some people notice that for a little while, they'll get breakouts on their skin. That's actually your body starting to clear junk that's poisoning you. Mm-hmm. And then if you do this consistently, your energy levels improve.
So actually the skin is the largest detox organ in the body, right?
Yeah.
I think I learned that from you. Okay. Yeah, I was, it reminds me, this was quite a few years ago, but Dr. Oz, I think it was Dr. Perriacone and Jillian Michaels was on the Larry King show. And he said, he just had a round, he said, now, what did you eat for breakfast? What did you eat for breakfast? What did you eat for breakfast? Every single one of them ate quinoa. That's right.
Quinoa's great.
And it's very easy to cook. You just
Very
boil
easy.
it up, and you can use it in sweet dishes or savory dishes. You can put
Very
stevia
versatile,
on
very
it.
high protein.
Right?
It's one of the highest protein grains. It's very hypoallergenic. People don't tend to have any kind of allergic reaction to it because it's never been a part of our culture, so our immune systems haven't.
Okay, so then what we're saying then is if we get these toxic materials out of our body, however quickly we can do it, or in a
that's the
steady
right pace.
sort of
You don't want to do
pace,
it too fast.
in a steady pace, then our energy levels are bound to go up because
With time, energy levels will definitely go up. And you're never going to have optimal energy levels if you don't exercise. It's impossible. Your body has an energy rhythm, an actual rhythm that energy comes in. And most people aren't aware of this. So we're meant to have energy in the early morning, late morning, and afternoon. We're actually meant to have an energy dip around midday, the hottest time of the day. And so the siesta is kind of a natural process. It's something we in the West would abhor. I mean, God forbid you take an hour off work and rest and relax and do something good for your body that's natural and realistic. And not realistic for most of us to take a nap. But it's kind of nice to know that you're supposed to have a midday energy dip. And if you can around lunchtime, kind of chill out and relax. And if you will then exercise in the afternoon, exercising in the afternoon isn't just good for heart health and good for weight loss. It actually helps you have more energy all day. Because when you exercise during the times of the day that your body's built to exercise, you actually strengthen your body's energy rhythm. So exercise is critical for energy levels. And you will have more energy on the days you don't exercise if you exercise consistently. You'll train your body to have more energy.
yeah, one of the pictures that came into my mind when you were first talking about like little kids, like the parents in the store with the little kids. They can't keep them under control because their arms are flailing. They're
little
going to
bundles
touch
of energy.
everything. There's so much energy bound up in that little child because everything's new and fresh and exciting mentally as well as physically.
And the other thing that's fascinating is then they sleep like the dead through the night. And
Right.
you can't wake them. As opposed to most adults who have no energy all day and then can't sleep at night.
Right.
And it's interesting, right? What's the problem?
Right.
Do you have too much energy or do you not have enough? Neither.
Right.
What's happened is your energy rhythm is broken.
I see.
Your energy rhythm is supposed to be plenty of energy during the day, drop dead sleep and recovery at night. And actually the two influence each other. So the more deeply you sleep at night, the more energy you have during the day, and everyone knows that. But the more energy you expend during the day, the more deeply you sleep at night. So when you exercise during the day, you expend more energy. Then you sleep more deeply, and then the next day you have more energy. There's actually a trade-off. So that's what kind of a healthy energy rhythm looks like. And you have to move to have it. Exercise is totally critical.